now. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Who are you guys? Because I got a complaint from one of my viewers that I shouldn't introduce the bands. They should introduce themselves. Just who are you guys? I don't know.
God.
Who is on the screen right now?
I'm Hayden.
Yeah.
And
I'm also Hayden. Hello.
I'm Tyler now.
Call me by your name.
And I'll call you by yours. Is that the following line?
I just watched the movie yesterday.
It's a good
Pretty
film.
good.
It's a good film.
Kind of pretentious, a little bit.
We like art.
We like
and
art.
80s aesthetic.
You're
And
saying
Yeah.
it didn't have to be 2.5 hours long?
True.
I liked it too. If we want to get on a quick call me by your name tangent, it's a good movie and the aesthetic is really nice. But I did feel like there were sort of this could have been an hour and 45. It didn't have to be.
Who doesn't like spending their summers in Italy? I mean, it's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
But we all do.
Come on. And also Timothy, come on.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
In the 80s with his high shorts.
Got a Talking Head shirt on, I think.
He did. He did.
They're like, he has to be cool too, you know?
Chic.
Topically cool.
And he transcribes music. Oh my god, he's so oomph.
Sufjan
I
Stevens.
think they might make a sequel. Fun fact.
Yeah, it's just us commentating it too.
The Mint commentary.
Oh, look at that.
Release the Mint cut.
We should just review movies.
You gotta buy the Blu-ray, and you can include our commentary.
Just because it's kind of on my mind, and this has nothing to do with anything. Are you guys familiar with the Schneider cut?
No, let's hear about it.
Okay, so basically, Dan Schneider, he directed all of the movies that are like the DC superhero stuff. He did Superman and all that. And I thought maybe this would be funny because if you guys knew about it, it's kind of a joke. But basically, there's like this fan base that thinks he basically has propagated that the edit of like the Superman that we all saw in theaters, or I didn't see it in theaters. That's a really shitty movie, so I'm no interest in seeing it. But he like went on Twitter and was like, my version of the movie's good, and like release the Snyder cut DC universe or whatever. And there's like actual talk now because of Corona. They have nothing better to do. They actually might re-release his like quote unquote cut.
Oh Lord!
But like it's just
Which cut was this from? Was it like the 70s version or the ones they made in like the mid 2000s?
Like recent.
Okay.
The 2010 times 5. I don't know.
Yeah, the good years.
The good years. The recent years where everything is color graded to look like an indie film, but it's not. Anyways, hello Mint.
Hello.
What's good? How are we doing? I thought I'd get real quick and just quarantine recap. What have you guys been up to in the Corona times?
Man, so much of nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever not left my room this much. but it's been good, honestly. Like I feel like I haven't had time to just like relax and like be with myself and just like I don't know. I usually just am doing too much all the time, so I've taken it as an opportunity to work on music and
we've been writing some songs. We got some.
So there's a release.
I don't know about a release.
Yonder. Very yonder.
Very yonder, yes. But
eventually
we've got new stuff in the works. We've been playing the same songs for like too long, so
I'll admit, I mean, I definitely have seen you guys perform the same songs a few times myself.
We have
so
too,
sure it's double for you.
Yeah.
it's gotten a little redundant, but that's okay.
It is. But we have about 5 songs.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
it's coming together.
Singles.
We're trying to do some like demos, kind of like lo-fi stuff, and it sounds pretty low quality, but
lo-fi. It's
could be fun just for post it for shits and gigs. Maybe
white noise.
Yeah,
it's that lo-fi.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the staticky.
Do you guys sort of naturally want to like go into the studio and get like a really professional recording for like actual?
Yeah, I was
releases?
talking to Tyler about that. I think we had so many experiences of trying to record before that we like wanted that experience, and now it's like set a standard of how we want and expect our music to sound. So if it's anything less than paying a large sum of money, then we're strongly disappointed.
True.
Dang. Is it too personal to ask? Like, what are you guys? Fuck. Is this? This is definitely a deep question. I don't know. You don't have to if it's uncomfortable. But how much is like a typical money
so
drop?
at the beginning of 2019, we spent $1,200 in our first attempt to record the album, and that didn't work out. And later in July, we spent close to $2,000 to record a second time.
Wow.
That one fortunately worked out because we don't have any more after that.
Cost more, sounds better.
More.
Yeah. So yeah, it's.
Do you
I
guys
was just
like?
saying, it's just
Go
like
ahead.
we like have tried to accrue. It's a good amount of money. It's just
Yeah. But it was.
Yeah. You sort of like maybe like work at the juice bar for 6 months and then
Sling
okay,
a
we're
lot
saving
of
up
juice.
enough.
Well, the good thing is we recorded from playing shows. We made all the money to afford all the recordings, which we thought was dope. Yeah, so we didn't have to pretty much spend any money other than driving down to Long Beach, which we recorded at Jazz Cats Records, or not records, studios. Yeah.
Hey.
Studios, not a record label.
Studios.
Yeah,
You'd have to be
true.
signed
And
if
maybe
it
we
was
wouldn't have to
records.
pay for our recording either if we were signed. So that'd be.
Yeah. But you also would have lost creative control, most
We
likely.
would have had some
so
money grubbing
One
manager.
the trials and tribulations. Are you guys like looking to be signed at all, or is it staying independent as long as
We haven't got maybe if
see
we got an offer
fit?
or two, we'll consider it, considering what the perks and cons are. But I feel like we would do it if we had a lot of opportunities come from it,
Yeah, if it can help you keep like the dream alive per se,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like in like 2020, I feel like the perks of most record labels, unless you're really trying to be a pop star, aren't really that significant anymore. It's like you can really do it grassroots on your own.
Yeah, I think,
In a
and
lot of ways.
maybe if you wanted to like book like a Europe tour, maybe you'd have to have something to help you get over there. Some connections, yeah. That'd be hard to do DIY, just kind of like. Well, I guess Juice Pumps did it in France, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's true.
they went to Europe, right? No idea how they did it. I wish I could have asked them.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw our interview.
It was pure chaos.
It was a
but I
chaotic
enjoyed it.
one.
I hope we can be as chaotic, maybe.
not at all.
I mean, if you smoke
We are
weed or
stone
drink
cold
alcohol,
sober.
that's like step one.
We are.
You have to.
Yeah.
Wow. Not
What
even
is it?
I am stone cold. I got this like weird
like
girly
raspberry?
drink going
What is
on
that?
here. It's what they put in Shirley Temples mixed
Wow.
with some white rum and tonic water. So with no ice
Spicy.
because I forgot about the ice. So it's tepid. Not the. I should have said girly, by the way, too. Like it's not like I like the fruity stuff. It's dumb that people might associate it with the gender.
They really are.
Drinks or gender.
I love my apple teenies.
Yeah,
I gotta clear the
they
air
transcend
before
the
I
binary.
regret it.
They do.
Anyways,
I've been on that.
exactly.
Yeah, hopefully.
At least in drinks.
I've been on that LaCroix game.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get off the stuff.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Didn't they like get accused of like
That's
causing
why,
cancer or
actually,
something?
I
don't
drink
know.
all of them so
That's why they're
much.
so cheap.
I didn't know. Yeah,
You're
I
hoping
can get
for
into
that
the lawsuit
strain
game.
of
you know?
cancer.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then you'll be supplied for life.
Yeah.
The ever elusive American.
That's how I'll make my money.
Wouldn't that be so funny? It's like it causes cancer, so their way of like making it up to you is you
A
can
lifetime supply.
buy more
Because your
free.
lifetime is now shorter.
I think what's kind of funny is there's this
Oh,
guy.
I've heard of
do you
that,
guys know
yeah.
the
Sounds
popcorn
awful, yeah.
lung? It's the nicotine like disease
The
essentially
vaping.
from like the sticks or whatever, the vaping. It's not that common, but the way it got its name is this guy that worked at a microwave popcorn company would eat like 2 bags of microwave popcorn every day for like 20-30 years. Then he eventually developed a very
my God.
obscure like lung issue,
Whoa.
was caused
He
from
gets
this
into-
microwave.
He gets into like
popcorn,
heat and he starts popping.
I think
Is
to
that
do with like the
what's going on?
radioactiveness.
Okay.
I did not read that deep into it, but basically, like, I wonder if like, because he obviously liked that popcorn a lot, but it did cause him cancer, and he ended up suing them. Would he want more popcorn? As his like, would he?
Probably.
Do you think he
It's
bought
like
more
those
popcorn
people
after
who
the
like
lawsuit?
end up
Like,
having to get like lungs removed from smoking, and then they're like,
They're smoking
"No,
out of
I'm
their
still
throat.
doing this. This is my thing." Yeah, smoking through the throat. Mm-mm.
How does it grip? Like, do they?
oh my god!
I don't know. How do they
so
do that?
brutal.
It's a breath technique.
It's
I learned it in yoga.
only monks and people with throat
Oh.
cancer can do it.
Yeah, you have to activate a chakra.
Boom. Boom. I'm loving the casualness of this podcast already.
We're not even
It's
here to
just
talk about music.
No,
hardly about
have
music.
anything
Now
to
you're
say. I'm here to talk about "Call Me by Your
You're here
Name,"
to talk
and that's
about
it.
the
And
bigger
popcorn
things.
lung. Maybe that's the sequel. We'll see. Maybe we'll pitch it to the
I mean, it's I'm the bad interview here. I'm not getting into it. I should be getting into it, but I feel like there's a value in the sort
Yeah,
of just like
it's-
more relaxed conversation. You know, less like, hey, are you making money? What's the next move in
less
the
pressure.
band? Like that kind of shit
Yeah.
is just.
Gotta make it fun.
It's nice to have a duality. But I did actually want to ask this earlier before I got distracted. How much do you guys like typically get a gig? Like just for anybody who like maybe wanted to get into like surviving.
We don't
off
survive
gigs.
off
Like,
gigs
is it
at
possible
all.
in San
not
Francisco?
to pay your rent,
make
but
enough
I mean
money?
to supply maybe fund your band.
Okay.
And if you play enough shows,
We have the
Probably, yeah.
certified mint fund trademark,
Yeah.
in which we probably say on average get between like $50 and $100 for shows, and we just kind of like stock it away in a non-discrete location in the
Okay.
Cayman Islands.
yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly. How'd you know?
Under someone's mattress.
No.
Actually, no. Yeah,
It's
we do
all
get
cash, right?
checks
You
every
gotta-
once in a
you gotta
while,
pay
and you got to
cash.
fill out like a W-9 or something and give
Oh,
your
yeah.
social security number, and you're like, how is this going to affect me?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bigger
Noise,
venues.
Is that
Noise
like when
Pop,
you play like
we played the
Bottom
Noise
of the
Pop Fest
Hill or
back in
something?
February, and I
or-
had to send them things. And
This
Mhm.
last February? Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's still on
Yeah.
your Instagram. I saw the
Noise
there was,
pop.
like, the noise pop.
they were
ad.
like, you have to share this at 10 a.m. I'm like,
Hey,
okay,
we're noise pop.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it worked. I think it was like
Whatever you say.
a couple hundred.
Getting paid.
100. Not as much as you'd expect for noise pop. You'd be like, wow, they're really gonna pay out their
How do
musicians.
they like?
Yeah.
But if you're a supporting act and you're not a headliner, you can get bottom of the barrel, baby. But honestly,
Yeah.
we're not in it for the money. I mean, let's be honest. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm sure. Well, yeah. If you wanted to be in it for the money, you
We
probably
would have
wouldn't
gone. Yeah, we would have went
start a
more
surf rock
EDM, maybe
band.
kind of hip hop.
Not-
Hip hop. Invest in some face tats, maybe. I don't know.
Hip hop,
That'd be kind of fun.
pop.
I should do it.
You're still young, Tyler. You're only 24,
What should I get?
Right?
I was thinking because I have the ice cream here. Ice cream here. Different kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What flavor would it be though?
Like a teardrop.
Oh,
ice cream?
yeah,
Is that
true.
what we're talking
Well,
right
would it be
now?
colored?
Maybe like a scratch and sniff. But like a-
They should have that for
Face.
tattoos. They should have scratch and sniff tattoos. That would. Well,
I
yeah,
feel
but
like
it's
that could
permanent
hurt
forever.
rubbing
for a while,
oil
too.
on your
Yeah,
skin.
probably
Like, could
cause
you just-
popcorn lung.
continuation of scratching over a certain amount of years.
That's just not how physics
It's a
works.
mathematical equation of
Yeah,
pain.
true. And your tattoo's gone by the end of it.
There goes the $200 you made.
Yo.
Okay. Wait. So
I believe it's
what
just
exactly
a
is
booking
noise pop?
agency
I don't really
in the city
understand.
that
what
throws
that is.
shows for touring artists, and they have two. Well, no, they have more, but I'm thinking
Okay.
of two festivals. They have like the 20th Street Block Party and Noise Pop Fest, which is like instead of having one big festival. They have a bunch of different shows over like 2 weeks with like different cool artists. Like I think Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie came this year, which is pretty dope. Right?
Shout out to Ben.
Yo.
Yeah. I will follow you into the dark.
Postal service guy? Hey.
But yeah, it's like just
Pretty much.
So it's just a
I
booking
think it's
agent,
somehow
okay.
two
And like
separate
do the
that work
Bay,
together.
that's also like
Yeah,
connected
for
with them or something, or are they separate?
yeah.
Very complimentary.
Okay. Wow.
Basically,
I always
yeah.
thought that they were something else, but
The
I guess that
middleman.
makes sense. They're just businesses trying to make money.
Yeah, the
But
indie
they seem cool and they cater to the
Yeah, I
the
worked
hip
a couple
crowd.
Thank you, indie god.
You look up to the sky, dreaming. How do they contact you, if I could ask? Like, do you just get an email?
Yeah,
saying,
I think
hey,
so. They emailed us
think you
for
guys
the
would work
last
well
one,
as an
but they
opener for
have
this
that. They have a contest for
show?
the block party and the festival. And back in the end of 2018, we
Mm.
entered and won the block party thing. Yeah, so I think they get
yeah,
That was a
no.
travesty.
And then we
I'm
try to
honest
get
about that.
7-Eleven to win.
still
and
bitter.
I don't even know who won.
Still bitter. Shout outs to Doer, wherever you at. Hope
No.
you're doing well.
Yeah, we want the.
Not, I have
homies.
no issue with them winning. It's just I wish 7-Eleven would have won.
Mhm.
That's
The
cool.
lovely
And
land of Orange County.
You guys started from SoCal, right? So
It was post
Was
high
it a
school
high
for
school
them, and then it
band,
started
or-
in my senior year. So we like
Yeah, like essentially, basically.
a synthesis of
It was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of high school.
yeah.
Okay. 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Yeah.
like you had like people coming to your
Yeah, the
shows that
orange-
were in high school, or just
I don't know.
I
I don't know. I barely
Does that
know any
still
Orange
happen?
County bands at this point. All the ones that we did know when we were bands have either disbanded or moved to like
Wow.
other states. Yeah. They're just
Oh,
like
okay.
people are bailing.
other states? Orange County is its own state now. It's pretty hot, right? Like that is like the Sun
Yes.
Belt version of California, where like
Most
Republicans
definitely.
and conservatives.
It's like
religious
an
people
island.
sort of
I think they call it like
exist
an
within
island in a sea of blue. I've heard people
track.
say that.
Yeah, that's deep.
Fucking Republican.
That's so deep.
Like, yeah. I'm alone in this.
Mm.
I think what it really is in California is like you could split anything by the water, and the ocean is blue, and then you go like 50 miles or like 60 miles.
You can
east.
hear the
Once it
band.
gets like,
Oh, it's
to the valleys and
You can
the
hear the
deserts,
banjos
that's
playing
when I
in-
think it's a little red for
Mhm.
some reason. Because I'm also in a redder. Like you guys are super blue in SF.
Exactly.
true,
And
red.
that's
and then I'm
essentially
in a
Orange
suburb,
County.
where, you know, where
It's
it's
just a
rich white
suburb of
people,
rich
so it's
white
red.
people.
You know.
well, actually. Well,
How did that
I was gonna say
influence
Northern
you
Orange
guys'
County,
music? If I
pretty
could
liberal.
ask. Oh,
but
Tyler.
I don't think it affected our music at all, other than we felt like we were just wimpy ass privileged kids. That's really all. That's how I felt. You'd be like, oh yeah, dude, we're a band from Orange County, Southern Orange County specifically.
Yeah, no, you tell people you're a band from Orange County, from people who are outside of Orange County, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
You're like,
I'm like, it's okay.
I think we played one LA show.
Were you guys,
but
like,
San
going to LA
Diego
at
is
all
where
for,
the
like,
scene
shows
seems to
and
really
stuff,
be
or-
at.
Yeah, the surf garage scene in San Diego is pretty dope, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard a little bit about that. Are you guys familiar with the artist Beau? Beau? Okay, he's like moved up here, but he used to be in a band in San Diego, and I guess there's like a lot of
Yeah.
San Diego people that have actually come up, similar to like the Orange County connection, like these people that are from the South that come up to SF for SF State or USF or whatever it is, and
No, we know
start
know
their
quite a
scene
few.
over here.
Yeah.
I think we know some.
Do you guys
natives.
even know
It
any
is
San
funny, though, 'cause
Franciscans?
you
Or is
do
it all
meet
just like
less people
out of
who are
towners
like,
that
oh,
connect?
I grew up
And-
in this city. you know.
Yeah, and every time I meet a San
Okay.
Francisco, I'm like, what was it like growing up here?
There's a golden aura over there.
I know, yeah. They're just the chosen one, basically. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone just got priced out, I think.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
yeah,
reality.
moderately, I think, unless
You
you're
have to be
living under
pretty
rent control
affluent
and things
to be
like that.
going
You
up
know,
in SF. Probably.
totally.
Yeah. Some lucky
School.
situations.
He went to school, so we all kind of
Do you
followed
guys like
suit.
being
Basically,
in
all
SF? Like,
our
what
friends
brought
ended
you
up
all
moving,
to here?
who weren't in the
Just because
band,
of
who all
school,
moved
or-
up to San Francisco. And Armand and I went to go visit everybody, and we were just like, this is like a dreamland. Like, everyone's so cool and so nice
Oh,
and down to
wow.
earth and sociable, and, you know, and the music scene was so
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I'm not hearing you guys for a second. Say something? Okay, I can still hear you. I think it's just like sometimes Discord fucks up and it doesn't
okay.
actually
Do
pick
you hear
up
us?
properly. But
Cool.
I can hear you still, I think. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. For sure. Oh. Yes. Yes.
I just
Forgot where I
graduated.
was
yeah.
thinking,
I
but
did it.
in terms of
Thank you.
you know, being in
Thank
San
you.
Francisco, is that like
Oh, it's
still staying the long haul? Or because I know
Yo,
most of you
shout out to
graduated,
Zoom.
or Tyler, are you like about to graduate? Congratulations!
Yeah, that must have been a weird thing to have to
Online
do.
learning
Boom.
sucks ass.
Boom!
I
Farts
only
in
did
the
one
chat.
online class. Like,
Let's
and
go.
I couldn't do it.
I'm
Fireworks.
opening this window. I'm sorry. It's so hot.
It's really hot. Man.
Got me
getting
through.
hot.
Yeah. We were talking about sunburns earlier.
That must
It's
be
kinda
so
happened.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please, cool down.
I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I didn't notice, but it was
Well,
like it
acknowledge
was the
that.
first time I
Everyone
saw
can
you
tell.
in a while, and I
have
wasn't
You just
gonna.
exposed
severe
yourself.
sunburn.
I was gonna bring it
and
up, be like,
skin
what
flaking.
happened to the forehead, bro?
Oh, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Like, stop staring at it, though. It's a little weird. Don't.
Oh yes. That was. I think it was right as quarantine.
I was
hit,
actually-
or, sit in or.
Was telling Hayden I was at one of the parks
No,
that I don't think I went there with you, but I went to.
No
we went to
way.
Cesar Chavez with
What?
you.
You're
A
you're
good
smoking
minute
too
ago.
much
Was
weed.
that
This
even
must have been
last
in like
summer? When was
February,
it? It
March.
feels so long ago.
Easily. We can look at our DMs. We can go back. We can
No,
go
it
back.
was before that. It was before.
I think I even took some photos. I'll
It
look
must
at
have been
the dates.
2019 sometime. Yeah,
I was scared. Oakland still sort of gives me
Well,
the
if we-
heebie-jeebies.
because you.
At least at night.
Okay.
Tyler hears
okay.
a sound in the night anywhere, and he gets the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, true. Living in the
You went on
the
Bart
dormant
late at night and you
sunset,
were all
I'm just
sketched
like.
out. I remember that.
I'm a paranoid, anxious human being, so, you know, I assume the worst.
Fair.
No, are there memes for this?
Is it? I feel-
Oh, that's fun.
Boom. That is gonna be memed. Have you guys seen the memes, by the way? Yeah,
Oh,
my
no,
friend
they're on to me.
edits the videos and turns them into like
Inception.
YouTube poop sort of things. So
Meta
there might be
Discord.
one for this episode.
Yeah.
I feel like in a way talking about it is like kind of what is that movie? Too many.
What if
Levels
your
of
friend just
Dreams or
watches
whatever,
it?
like, we're-
What if your friend just watches it and he's
it's
like,
getting meta,
I'm good.
which is like the worst. We're speaking over the internet, talking about a video that doesn't exist yet, that will be in the
Yeah.
future, that might exist.
No one was supposed to
that will
know I
maybe reference
existed.
this
Right.
own. Yeah, he'll probably do that. He's probably already annoyed. I'm like thinking about him in the future, and he's like, "Why did you keep mentioning that?" Or whatever. Exactly. Anyways, let's talk about the freaking I guess
Yeah,
the sound
just
that
like a
like you
combination
have,
of all
like
the genres
what
we enjoy.
brought
Yeah, definitely.
Mint
I think when we
to-
first
to
started out
surf
as a
and
band,
to
we were
rock
influenced
and to,
by.
like, the
I
sort
feel like
of
we've said this so many
jam
times, but we've been so
section that
influenced by
feels like
Burger
when I'm going to
Records
you guys'
because
show,
when
what
we
brought that
were
sound? Where does
like
it
in
come
high
from for
school,
you?
Burger Records was like on fire, and that was like, I guess. I think I always wanted to start a band before that, but that prompted like, oh, surf music. This is so fun. Kids are having fun. We want to have fun. We want to write music like this. And I think over time, it's kind of maybe I don't think we're so much surf as much as we are kind of like going in another direction. So we'll see. We got new stuff coming, and it does not sound surf rocky. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we think it sounds different. It'll probably just sound the same to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It'll probably be like, yeah, that's surf rock.
Okay.
That's
Is
like
it
beach. That's
gonna
like
be
Beach Boys in the
mint themed still?
1950s.
Is it gonna have
Yeah.
Menta stuff
Right.
going on? I mean, people love to just classify. What, is
Maybe
it,
more
you
chill
know,
and
like
under
Carmen
head, too,
Cortez.
because I
That's
feel
one of
like
my favorite songs.
Carmen
to
Cortez
watch
was
to,
like
but
the
I know
end of
that,
our
that
like
isn't
we are a
necessarily,
surf
like,
rock
the road
band
that you
era.
guys are trying
Like
to
we
take. Is
always,
it,
I think when we
is it
started
the
out, we're
dancey
like, oh
tracks?
yeah, we're
Are you
like
talking dance?
surf psychedelic
Sure.
rock, and then by the time Carmen,
No, I feel
more
like we've
chill
always
and,
just
like, nod your
refuted
head.
surf rock. Anytime anybody was like, "You're surfy," we're like, "No, we're not. You take that back."
we're in denial.
But it's got this.
You're just like, oh, we are too.
No, it makes sense, and I think we've accepted how it has that. It's like an umbrella of surf.
So I hit a nerve when I mentioned the surf. It's just because my brain is bad at genres itself. So like when I think about describing you guys, it's just
Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
it's probably partially too with like West Coast bands that are rock bands, but not like rock.
What is this
'cause
organized
modern rock
noise
sucks,
I hear
so
before
like
me?
it's easy to like call it something else. Like
Yeah, what is
you
that?
guys have
What is that
two
noise called?
guitarists
Surf rock.
and a bass and drums. What is that?
I think
What
ideally.
do you call
we
that in
wanna-
2020?
I don't know. Maybe I'll speak for myself. I think ideally I'd like for our band to
Truly.
be like, oh yeah, we're
Okay.
shoegazy, dream pop, a tinge of
I mean, do
surf
you guys
rock.
have a
I think
name for
people
your own
assume
genre?
surf rock
Like,
because my
if
guitar
you were the one
tone
to
is
decide.
very bright and reverb heavy. So I think when people hear that, they're like, oh yeah, that's like, I don't know. I don't even know any surf rock bands. Like, are the Frights? They're surf rock, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't sound like the Frights,
No.
or we don't, I don't know.
Yeah. Or Dick Dale.
Or Dick Dale. Buttertones are kind of
I actually saw something that said they were cinematic rock.
cinematic rock.
Which is kind of interesting because that album Grave Digging has a very like Quentin Tarantino-esque
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
feel to
true
it.
that.
Did we lose?
What is Buttertones?
Escape?
No.
Oh, you should listen to them. They are good.
Very good, yeah.
I like them.
Is that their like good record? 'Cause
Butter.
I'll be honest. I
Buttery.
said Buttertones.
It's not vegan.
Having not really listened to the Buttertones.
Yeah.
I
Not
like
the-
to
yeah.
just- It's like
Come on.
The ghee tones.
We want some tofuti action.
for sure. Well, good to know. I think
That's
what to
true.
me always bothered me about their name is just the butter tones. Yeah. Where's the ghee? Where's the
It's not.
the ghee? It's it's funny. I don't know.
I feel like I would take.
I'm
I
sure.
would,
I
I feel like I would take more of an effort to listen to it.
Like
and
songs when it comes on my
I guess be
Discovered
more
playlist
open-minded.
or whatever. But
yeah.
there's
I don't
something
know.
about
I
like
agree- I
certain
agree.
names. Like if your band has a good
Yeah,
name,
totally,
I'm much
totally.
more likely to like it. In my own head, obviously, I have a perspective that is different than everyone else's. But
Who?
Yeah, it's a little unoriginal.
I know there's a Belgian pop band, but I don't think they're together
That's
anymore.
weird.
There's
We
also
be
a
judging
band
books by
in
covers.
England that is happening right now. that has
and I think you guys have
And
a
they're
really cool
blowing the
name. But
fuck up.
unfortunately, there seems to be
Maybe.
also
Who
other
knows?
bands
Shit. What if they become the Beatles? What if they're like the next Beatles and like Mint is like the most popular name ever? And we're just like, fuck.
Then we get sued for everything.
Yeah.
All the little...
No.
I think there was one point last summer when we had just uploaded our like first EP to Spotify, and then all of a sudden this EDM song by an artist called Mint.
Yeah, are you guys copywritten? Like,
what's so it's just this like dubstep.
Just getting straight into it. You might want to copyright yourselves.
It was pretty,
and it wasn't good. I wanted it to be good because then I would be like, you know, we get some clout from that, but it wasn't even good. So I was kind of bummed.
That is a real issue, yeah. You have to be careful. That's like such an issue. I feel like Spotify, when it comes to smaller bands, can make a lot of mistakes with that, because I've noticed that, and Apple Music, it's like Paper Girl, one of my closest homies and musicians.
Yeah.
On Apple Music, they have like
so many bands too.
Track to this day.
Probably happen to
everybody.
They don't know how to get
rid of it. Because you have to go through like different subscription
verifying
services
their
to be
account
able to, like,
and
get
stuff
music
like
too. So it's not
unless
like
you like know someone at Apple
them.
Music. I think it's kind of hard to really
make
stuff like that happen, because it's all like automated and very like not human.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Completely, yeah.
You have to pay DistroKid or CD Baby to
conundrum.
Email your music to whoever. Yeah, it's so funny that it's like SoundCloud. At least you could just kind of just put it up, or Bandcamp, you know. But also, less people use those apps. It's a classic problem. Oh man, conundrum. Are you guys like ever like? You should copyright the name if you're serious about doing it long term. I'll just say that as my one advice.
Yeah, like, then we'll. Exactly.
Because if
just like how
you legally can't
Pangea,
go
if you've heard of them,
when you
now they have to go by Together Pangea,
farther down the road,
which was a bummer because
it would be kind of awkward having to like.
Not as good of a name as Pangea.
We're actually
something about a one-word band name to me that hits harder, you know, unless the two words are really good together, but.
Like if the words go together, like together,
Pangea, exactly. Mint together forever.
Just all
fired.
Yeah, true. That was a good movie. That's a good movie title. Huh. Oh no, keep going.
What about Mint Together, dude? Together Mint.
I don't want to talk about it.
Like 500 Days of Summer, and just like ready to go.
No, it's okay.
Pop up. Can I ask?
I remember the
ahead,
name had basically already been chosen by the time that
I was just gonna say, where did the name come from?
But everybody had been working at Baskin Robbins together, and it just, I think to Tyler it sounded.
You're allowed to not talk about it. Lots of people have refused to answer.
And
Seems like there's like this
I was in a band before that was literally unable to conjure a name, and we played a show as nameless because no one could fucking decide.
That's honestly one of the hardest.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. Making a band name and song names. Those are all very difficult to do. Mm-hmm. You know.
I did not want Carmen Cortez to be called Carmen Cortez.
Oh yeah,
that was not for.
Fun fact: that is named after.
Well, that's why that band.
Carmen Cortez from Spy Kids. Yeah.
Huh.
And.
It is for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Not Cortez.
True.
Yeah. Like.
There's a problem.
Doesn't she also have like oh wait no what is that cartoon that was like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but that is San Diego. Apologies. But that's what my actual brain associates. I think of
part of a
the lady with the giant hat who's always disappearing.
Like it was a win-win for me.
True.
You had to find her. It was like a puzzle game or a puzzle. I don't know. Anyway, well, that's cool to know that you guys
I've
all
known
worked at Baskin Robbins.
Armand since 8th grade, and I don't remember how we met. Just happened, in middle school. Sort of like, what's up?
Hey.
And then I think Hayden was friends with our mutual friend. And
how
then
did you all meet?
Came up to Hayden and I was like, what's up, bro? That was it. I was like, I hear you play guitar. Let's jam. You look pretty chill. I think it literally...
He walked up to me and punched me square in the face and said, "You're in my band now."
You're my band
passed the initiation. I said, okay. Who can deny that request?
True. And that's how it happened.
Sounds exactly like the 7-Eleven Jesus story.
And Danny, and he's actually... Danny is no longer in the band. Wow. We're really sad about it.
I'm sorry, I do not.
Yeah, he moved to San Diego.
No, your other member.
Pursuing his own
things,
which is totally understandable.
Hayden, Tyler,
yeah.
So his name escapes me.
This just in where we no longer.
Danny, I called him Zach earlier. I feel super bad.
Yeah. We have not said anything about it, but it's okay.
No.
We'll make a goodbye post on Instagram or something.
Or something.
Okay.
Or something. Maybe we'll do a live stream one more time with Dan.
We're just gonna.
That's maybe the biggest update I've uncovered so far.
No, we can't do Danny dirty like that. Danny's done so much for this band, honestly. He really has.
Yeah, straight up.
So we're sad. We're sad, honestly. I'm bummed.
Or just like
honestly, not even as a bandmate, but
just post
as a friend.
Looking
really,
for
just
new
as a homie.
basis.
No longer.
Hit me up.
Show
me your reel. Show me your.
Now he's down.
No.
No.
We tried to get that to happen, but I think that would have been a little too much. That would have been a bit too crazy of the house.
Yeah, we were gonna do a mega house, like a 6 or 7
Not
bedroom.
just a normal house. Mega.
And
he wasn't living in.
And then the other half of the people
all.
who were supposed to be a part of it, like, hey, we found another spot, so we're just gonna do that. I was like, wait, I thought we were doing the mega house, and then, yeah, I know, right?
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah,
the mega house does not exist.
I saw you're looking for housing. I saw.
Peace. You're saying housing dreams don't always come true? What? No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, dang. Danny's. Yeah. So this is not at all pertaining to the pod, but having to probably move to Sac/Davis because my partner Katya, they're like basically UC Systems have decided.
Yeah.
We're gonna do in person for fall semester, fall quarter, and this is her last one, so figured.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Just
I was
kill it.
That was gonna be so much fun. Would it have happened right now, or
is that it was the suburbs? So I figured why not have some fun in Sac?
Damn.
Maybe get that scene going a little bit more in terms of my own network. They have a cool. I'm really bummed that WEF didn't happen because you guys still haven't actually like. That was such a. It was supposed to happen earlier in May.
Nice.
Oh, I'm guessing blueberries.
You guessed wrong.
They did like a live stream with a few
for
people that did some
at least one banana. There's got to be at least one banana.
I think my smoothie is ready. Hold on.
Ice. There's ice.
Hold on, I'm trying to think what else. I worked at a juice place. Yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
What else could? Maybe acai berry. I don't. Yeah.
A little bit of strawberry.
Some strawberry, maybe. Is it seedy?
You're 2 for 2. You're freaking 2 for 2.
Rambunctious.
We don't have that kind of money, man.
Onward. Fantastic.
I think it's just
running good times.
Blueberries, probably some sort of almond milk or and granola. I'm sorry. This is unprofessional. I'm sitting up in my chair. I'm moving my head around. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm him.
That's
I'm
a
ready
fun
to get
question.
serious. All right, you kids. Come on. Get together. So, this is a random question, but
I would want to open for Pavement.
who
I love Pavement.
Nice.
do you wish
I'm a fanatic.
Yeah, he is. He has
you
an
guys
obsession.
open for?
Yeah.
If there could be any band, any time period, any year.
Did somebody
any
else say
venue,
Pavement too?
Pick the venue, pick the band, pick the day. That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
Hey. The lo-fi vibe continues. This is 3 podcasts in
There
a
you
row.
go. Nice.
Not for the question. This is my
It's
first time
so
asking
good.
that question,
So
but
And one
I
word
interviewed
band
like a
name. And
lo-fi
it's a cool band name.
DIY record
Pavement.
label.
You're just
like,
like, oh,
person
that's
that
sick.
like runs one of those, and they mentioned Pavement, and then
That would have been
I interviewed a
Yeah, that
lo-fi
would've been
indie
a
pop
cement
band
wall.
that mentioned Pavement.
Yes.
So it's just like
Jesus.
asphalt.
clearly these guys did something
Just
right.
ass and then fault.
That's probably a band. If we're gonna be honest. What's
Yeah,
up?
We don't give a fuck.
We're called Asphalt.
Not concrete.
There you go.
That was actually just a set right there. Thank you. It ends.
That's probably an LA like punk rock band or something. What's up? The smell.
I'll choose the season. Fall. Nice crisp
6 minute
orange
set.
leaves. Yummy.
Just 4 songs.
Venue though.
So Pavement, and then what venue?
American Music
and
Hall.
What
That's always been my
time
dream
of the
to play
year?
there.
I just want a season
I like that venue.
because this is kind of fun too. Because you have to
Well,
think
then
about
if
it a
that
little
in
bit.
that case,
I feel like playing at like the Greek or like the Hollywood Bowl. Those are 2 places with cool vibes. I feel like the sound there is kind of tough though because you have to be like directly
Do you
in
guys
the center.
have any
to
dream
be able to
venues?
get
Have you even thought about
everything.
venues?
Yeah.
I was like on the right side when I saw Interpol there, and I couldn't hear the lead guitarist at all. And it really took
You
away
could
from the
dream bigger.
experience.
yeah, and there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh yeah. Wait, what about the Berkeley? Isn't that called the Greek Theater? What's that called?
Oh yeah, no, the Greek in Berkeley. That's what I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Wow, pretty unoriginal.
Oh jeez.
It's like a type of person.
How many
too.
That's what
Greek
that, like,
theaters are in Greece?
Fancy architectural, really cool place.
It- there's gotta be at
Technically,
least one.
All of them
Yeah.
would be
Greek.
a Greek theater.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. There's 2 Greek theaters.
Yeah.
Must be.
Because I mean, it's like a type of theater, the Greek amphitheater.
No doubt.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. It's got to be one or 2
least one.
discotheques.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Timothy Chalamet over there dancing
Yeah.
away.
And it's short
I mean,
shorts.
there's probably some modern thrusts.
That's where he's quarantined.
You know, someone
Jay
likes
Sean with his
modern
denim shorts.
art in Greece, I'm sure.
Tran- Is he doing a Netflix?
2020,
Is he doing a
you
Netflix?
gotta have
thing?
your ballet performances. Discotheque.
Okay, let's all talk about this
That's
for
where
a
he's
second.
quarantined.
I've seen
where
2 films with him.
Jay chilling.
He's both pretentious. Is that his archetype?
working on his Netflix.
He's pretentious in both Lady Bird
Spec.
as well. You know, more likable in Call Me by Your Name, but still
Pretty
kind
cool.
of like
or the
I'm
Dune
artsy
movie.
and
I can't believe we're still talking about
hyper-intellectual
Tarantino.
and
Yeah, because he's
I'm
the
also
we all seem
piano
to
guy
know
in Lady
decent
Bird. It's
amount.
like, what's up, babe?
yeah, true.
Okay.
The real Tim.
Call Me by Your Name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the point of Timothy Chalamet's character, I don't know about the actor himself. I don't really know about
The
Tim,
Leonardo DiCaprio of 2020.
but I
True.
do know that he
Hard to
probably
deny
is supposed
his
to be this
beauty.
like kind of female heartthrob, modern character that like speaks to like the emotional intelligence of people and not necessarily, you know, just like physical looks, but still he's very attractive at the same
Didn't
time.
Danny show us that thing about how Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
when he like, there was like an account of this girl who talks about what it's like having sex with
Now,
Leonardo
10 years down the line, he starts
DiCaprio, and he
dating
says that he just
18-year-olds,
laid down,
like-
put his
like our
sunglasses on,
friend
and his
Leonardo
headphones, and just
DiCaprio.
chilled out.
That's where I go. Nothing has
She was
changed.
writing him.
Hollywood
That's
is
terrifying.
still fucked up.
Just
That is awful.
like literally, like he's probably so rich and he's probably had so much sex in his life that he's just like, just another day in paradise. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
He's Leo. Yeah.
Maybe he'll be listening to this when the time comes. Who knows?
It's like, I did not do that. I was not wearing sunglasses.
It's gotten boring at this point. He's like doing the service, you know. She just wants to have sex with him. He doesn't.
That's true.
Care.
What would Leo listen to while he's
listen to his podcast?
While he's making love? I wouldn't even call it making love. I would call it chilling.
Maybe
for him, anyway.
That's Jay chilling right there.
As Mint, you guys should be trying to write the music that Leonardo DiCaprio
I'm imagining
he'd
listen to either the music of Chopin.
Oh my God.
Or
that's the deep question here.
Music going back to discotheque music. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Chilling. That's Jay chilling.
We had the room below me in our apartment.
Oh my God! Right below where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, fucking DJ, and he would start playing his music, and he made his own music, and it would just be this like straight up 1:45.
Are you guys at all into techno?
All of a sudden, just like
not too. Not yet.
And I I've never been that mad. I was having to text this guy like one time I told him like, hey man, can you like at least like use headphones, and he like just turned it down and like kept it going, and I was like, all right, are you using headphones or did you just tell me that you were using headphones?
Yes.
Don't do this to me. I'm above you.
Yeah, because is that techno music or is that club music? Because it's for sure club and music. Like he's trying to make a club bump right now.
Club music is a form of techno music.
That's true.
Right? Yes. We have Aphex Twin.
I would say both. It's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's many forms, I would say. I'm not someone who knows a lot about it. Aphex Twin is definitely like kind of club music in a way. I think people definitely got down to that. But he never plays live, so it's like...
Yeah,
unless you're like a very rich
but Daft Punk
in
is
New York,
early
got
Daft
super
Punk
lucky
cool.
and got a ticket to like his one show in 20 years. It's like
there you go.
You'll just be at home in your fancy. I'm trying to like quote a specific headphone, like rich person headphone. Yeah, you're taking the SR 95s. But yeah, I love Discovery. I guess I bring up techno because it seems like
yeah, true.
It's kind of becoming like this very hard to ignore part of the music scene as it becomes more and more kind of synonymous with just like what people are listening to.
I can respect it. I
like
can appreciate it.
To, like,
but
incorporate house.
I like dance music,
into, like pop tracks
with
and
like
stuff
techno
like that.
dance music to a
and,
certain
like the
extent.
Four on the floor.
You know?
Yeah, like
I reach a certain point where I like can't
dance
listen
music.
to it.
But
like dance music, like Doja Cat, sort of techno.
It doesn't sound like you guys.
I guess it's
really
all tech. You know, like is
dance
hip hop a part of
which I'm
techno
100%
because it's
fine
sort
with.
of like
Don't feel
repetitive
pressure,
beats?
There's no pressure.
I don't know.
It. I think what techno in my eyes is like not a lot of vocals. You have like a sort of like this like kind of washy key that goes up and down. It's like do 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 do, and then there's like this like bum 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 bum, and then the clap every every third thing's like bum bum, and then there's do 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 do. Because I've been getting into Ableton. It's hella fun to make that kind of music, but. I think the only context that like I listen to it a lot of is just like when you're at like a dance, like you're here to do dancing, like you're just because it's the most like easy to dance to music where you can really like get into it. But I think
it's more like
I don't even know where I'm going
like,
with this.
Know,
It's
like,
just
I'm
like,
refuting
techno
music,
music.
but like a lot of it, I just don't like.
It seems to be like the zeitgeist.
Like I'm just kind of
So
questioning. Like it would be like maybe like 2 p.m.
How do you guys feel about
it's
that?
just like that beat going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you listen to that just like while you're relaxing?
Come and go.
I think what it comes down to is it's really just a different style of culture.
Yeah.
I think like, for example, like people go clubbing. I've never been to a club in my life, but I think a majority of people, like young people in their 20s, are, they love clubbing and dancing. And I love dancing too, but maybe, dancing to different kinds of music. But, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how ignorant I am. I don't know anything about the culture of clubbing, so I just assume like techno music, like people go to like clubs.
Clubbing seems expensive
dance,
in
right?
SF, so I don't know people.
That's just what I assume, but I mean, I've never been to a club. I know nothing about clubs.
Like,
so I don't even know what I'm talking about it.
Literally, like,
but
never actually.
Culturally, it feels different than our
because I don't have
music
the
scene
money
of rock
or, like,
music.
the
I don't
time
know.
to, take a BART.
And not to bash that or anything, but
yeah, I don't want to bash it either. I don't want to sound like an old man who's like, "How do you listen to this fast-paced music?"
Yeah.
Because then again, I listen to like Def Heaven or something, and I'm like super into it.
Totally.
Yeah. So.
I would say probably what I would, like, if anything, just to just complete this. It's like, if you're open, I'm happy to send you specific tracks that I think are good for like trying to like understand the better side of techno, because the biggest issue to me, it seems like, is like there's just so much of it because it's not hard to produce. Like there's very basic rules, and if you follow those basic rules, it's like your body, or like a lot of people's like ears will just naturally want to listen to it because it follows the sort of like tricks or whatever that our bodies have to react to like the certain like repetitive. But there is absolutely, I think, a type of it that is more maybe song like in nature rather than just being like sounds kind of repeating. It has a more melodic. There's this guy.
I think I'm mistaken.
Matthew Foberg or something like that.
Wait, you don't listen to any?
Like, it's still like a techno track, but there's an entire like horn solo that goes for like 3 minutes, and he's just doing like all of these different crazy
like
sounds.
George Clinton.
This whole like
Vaporwave
auditory experience.
Yeah, like I like some of his songs.
I'm happy to maybe share some if that's something.
Like I like I like that vibe, the feeling it gives me. But I think I'm mistaking the idea of techno,
I don't listen to any techno
with like top 20 music.
Go ahead. I listen to
mainstream
specific
music.
songs. That
when I hear techno, I think like
there's
dubstep.
I'm thinking of dubstep and like. Yeah,
and
that's EDC. That's exactly what we're picturing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we're so out of the loop.
Hey, that's hype.
Oh my God! We've all heard a Skrillex song that won.
I mean, there is obviously, it's kind of funny. It's like, everyone kind of got introduced initially back in like 2010, 2012 when Skrillex came on the scene and was just like, okay, kids, let's do the blah, blah, blah. And like everyone started
like Kraftwerk or something.
But I think what's been around since like the 80s is house music, and house music is a lot more palatable in the sense of like it still follows like that kind of beat structure, but it's a lot less of the wow wow wow.
How long? What? This must have been like a 20-minute techno,
very harmonious.
Like two people who are so inexperienced with techno talking about techno. It feels like such an ass.
The people like Kraftwerk in a lot of ways started that whole movement, but And then there's a lot of stuff in Chicago. Like, house music came out of Chicago. But anyway, I didn't mean for this to be this weird, long techno rant.
Yeah.
But it does seem to... Well, we're... No. I think it's cool to sort of get an outsider perspective, right? Not that I have a truly strong perspective. I'm still fairly new to it. I'm not in Berlin, clubbing every night or whatever. But I think America in general is still, like, we're very much... We haven't gone to the point where it's the same as in Europe. I think it is still, like, sort of got that taintedness, that Skrillex. I don't want to call it tainted. There's nothing wrong with dubstep. I think a lot of us felt like it was a little too much and very, like, over the top crazy music that is hard to listen to in most scenarios unless you really want to get down to that. But the cultural stuff is super fascinating because the United States in a way is so, like, above a lot of, like, I think when people think music, Hollywood, or not Hollywood, but, like, American pop music is, like, synonymous with, like, so much of it in terms of, like, the world's perspective on, like, okay, that's super egotistical to say the world's perspective, but, like, there is a certain level of,
totally,
like, there are
completely,
like, the Beatles are famous.
Like, what do you think Eastern Europe is doing?
European
like, what do you think Russia, like,
life,
and
what
are they
so,
listening
like,
to over there?
Pop music has, like, a very wide reach, but
that's true.
In a lot of ways,
we're
we're very behind in terms
too.
of actually.
Really?
I shouldn't say
Pink,
behind.
shiny,
But, like, we haven't
ultra-blast.
actually
They're
heard
Russian?
all of the
Yeah.
types of music
Respect.
that
Dope.
are out there, and so it's
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, there's that one TikTok song.
Post-punk is really
Russian
popular.
Band,
Molcha Doma.
Molcha Doma. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good band. It's catchy. Oh god.
Kachi by Barter actually has
Okay,
a
that's
Spotify
actually
playlist
really
that
nuts.
has,
How,
like, 50
I think I
followers,
saw
and it's just, like,
something
20,
where
like,
Less I Know the Better by
Eastern
Tim
European,
Impala,
like, post-rock
like,
bands, and they're, like,
went
speaking Russian or
platinum
Ukrainian
just
or
because of
whatever.
TikTok.
Wow.
Like 4 years after the song
That's
had come out, it
insane.
just, like, blew
Yo,
up.
Dolce Doma.
Like,
Everyone's
I mean,
like, "Who is this?"
it was already huge, but, like, yeah, exactly. Like, all of a sudden,
Speaking of TikTok,
all of a
what's your
sudden, it
guys'
just was,
take
like,
on the
even
music
the
TikTok
listens,
connection?
like, quadrupled just because of TikTok.
And same with that Molcha Doma band. You showed me them, right? I don't even think
A year
TikTok
ago.
existed by then.
Yeah.
And then now they're, like, fucking huge on Spotify, So in that sense, I think it's pretty cool for, like, some musicians, But there are some songs...
More than 4 years.
There are some songs on TikTok where,
6
I
years.
see my girlfriend, I'm like, please just, for the love of God, skip that one because that song drives me nuts. You know what I mean? There's like one specific one you're just like, oh, it just irks me. Like, there's like there's a little ukulele one, and I'm just like, oh man, it's like it kills me. But...
Have you guys considered?
All the homies who brought their ukulele to high
I
school,
haven't
and I thought they
ventured
were
into
just
it.
like, I'm gonna be the next Jason
Oh
Mraz.
god, yeah, the ukulele shit is.
Where's my fedora?
Where's my?
You really have to know what you're doing with the ukulele to make it okay
Yo.
to play the ukulele. I feel like.
Whoa. How many
Yeah.
fedoras? Was there a fedora club attached to that?
Like,
Respect.
but by non-musicians,
Hell yeah.
non-musicians ruined the ukulele because of how simple it is to play 3 chords.
I
and-
like
That's
that.
that's pretty baller.
I respect that.
That's pretty baller.
Oh, there was a. Dude, too real. There was a
we
fucking
could
ukulele
technically
club in my
put
high
our
school, like-
Could do it.
I mean, if anybody wants to make a TikTok,
I
with our
don't- there's
music,
definitely a few
go ahead. I'd
fedoras.
love to see what you could do.
There definitely was some
But
overlap.
I'm not gonna go out of my way
But
to.
I can't talk because I started a Super Smash Bros.
man.
club in high
Yeah,
school.
who was
so,
like the
you know.
first person to make the Molcha Doma?
Hashtag
And everyone's
gamers.
like,
Gamer
who
guns.
added that to their TikTok?
Anyways,
And they were like, oh, and now they're huge. And
so
everyone's
no
like, we gotta use
no
that song
moves
for our
Mint
TikTok.
isn't going to be on TikTok anytime soon.
But-
I think that like raises like a weird question about music. Like, can people really get into discographies rather than just singular songs?
you might have to start
you
the
know?
fire. You might have
Like,
to
I
carry
feel
the
like the
flame
attention
first.
span of like the modern listener has like reduced so much
Yeah.
that like releasing music as singles or like a sound bit on TikTok is the only way to get like mass exposure.
Totally. And that's why we're thinking for our next releases, we probably won't do like a full album, because just based on analyzing the listens, you know, the more songs you have on there, the less, as you go farther down the line, the less views you get. So you're like, you got to put your fucking hit as the first song, and you know. So we, in a way, we learned our lesson with that album. You know, I guess we want people to hear our music, and you know, I think the singles, I think it's more like, it's overwhelming when somebody's like, we released an album, and you're like, oh shit, that's 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you just feel the pressure to like sit there and have to listen to the whole thing. So I think it scares people off in a ways. But when there's a single, you're like, oh, let me just pop it on, be like, oh, that's a good song, cool, and then I'll, you know, keep it on there.
Yeah.
That was so great.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. Super short. And yeah.
Yeah.
You're able to ingest it in a couple minutes as compared to 45.
Completely.
A couple tracks, you know, they're short. People will at least give it a try. I mean, the Pork Belly release, I'm sure you guys all saw that, right?
Yeah.
Super short. Like, you can 3 minutes total, maybe, or 3.5. Like, even if I enjoyed it, but like, even if you didn't enjoy it, you're like, still like, it wouldn't take you long to like give it a try. Versus, yeah, like, exactly. That has been a reoccurring thought that I've realized that, like, you guys mentioned, yeah, not like putting out a whole album, people drop off just because. I mean, like, it's just hard for people to, like, it sucks. I think it's kind of unfortunate that it has to be that way, but it does seem like singles, you know, you can at least get like some traffic for that one single. A lot of people will at least click on it, and it's easy to like share with a bunch of people. Like, it seems like really
totally.
I've noticed that, like, what happens when everyone just releases a single and then all their homies repost it on Instagram. You go listen to it real quick. If you like it, you like favor it. If you don't like it, you move on. But like,
I think
you know,
so.
Like, people actually do
it's just
check it out versus like.
Yeah, it's like takes away from. Like
I think I've listened to your whole album once or twice all the way through.
We just live in such a different society, you know, compared to like people in the 80s. Like, that was like somebody's day. You know, they'd go to the record store, like, oh my god, the new album came out. Put it on your, you know, record player, sit back, enjoy, listen to it, really take it in.
Singles are the move. You know, in terms of
now you can listen to music
if you're trying to grow
all the time.
Yeah, so it's not as meaningful, I guess. What's the word?
It kind of sucks.
Not as much of a novelty.
Our music is meaningless, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So maybe you have to sort of respond to that as artists, you know, and think about like, how do we turn, like, if you were to release another album on your own before like you decide to, I mean, like, I think in terms of actual bands, like in terms of trying to make it or whatever, it's like you put out singles, and then some record label offers to like do a bunch of promotion for you, but you have to like, you know, follow their rules and become like a part of their team and all that, and then like they promote your album a bunch or whatever, and that can be like lucrative as an album. But
like The Wall or
I
something.
think if you wanted to do it independently, it's like, if you're gonna release an album, maybe you
I always
try
thought that was so
like,
cool. It was like one consistent
create some
thing
sort
for
of
the whole
like
time.
part
It was
of
like
that
a movie to it.
Right, they all lead into each other.
Like, you know, music
That's a cool
videos
concept.
work a lot for
And the
singles.
thing with
but, like,
record
it'd
labels,
be cool to like see a
I
whole
think
movie that worked for
what we
for
talked
an entire album or
to
something, or
Johnny
like, you know,
Bell, who
creating
recorded us at
different,
Jazz Cats, and he was saying
mediums that
record
sort of
labels
instigate the desire to
rarely just
actually
hear a
get
band on
through the whole
Bandcamp who's not
experience rather
popular
than just-
and be like, oh, let's sign them. It's come to the point
Sure,
you need to show that you
you
have
know?
a following. You need to show that you're going to create revenue for
Doing-
this record label. You know. But otherwise, you know, if you're not, then rarely, unless you're like your dad is friends with like the owner of Matador Records or some bullshit, and they could somehow help you out, you know, like Claro, for example. You know, there's so like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Just
Just
kind of good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly. I was just gonna say.
Totally. I don't think anybody in
There's
my
plenty of
family even
industry
does art.
plants.
Just anything art related.
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Just like you're. It's an unfair playing field. Like you're gonna. There's also people that just parents are like musicians, you know, and like they've just naturally. Like,
I've totally thought about it. I was
music
like, I
is
must
more
have had some great grandpa
like, your
who just
culture
like,
and, like, your
played the
sort of
fiddle or some
growing up
shit,
and
you know, in
things.
Romania.
You guys are both
to his, like,
first generation
to his
musicians, I would
village.
say, or like,
you know, I don't know.
professionally
Yeah,
speaking?
I don't know if like artistry is genetic or if it's situational. Like, let's say if your dad is an artist, you'll be more inclined.
So
to
in a
be
way,
like,
you
I
guys
want to
are
be like
going through
dad,
a
so
sort of
I'll play art.
interesting experience then
You
of
know.
like, this is the first time this genetic
Totally.
the creation has really explored this part of. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm. It's both. I think it's partially both. But if there's a context that you grow up in where like people are doing music
Yeah.
professionally, then it would definitely be easier for you to
Right.
succeed in that profession just because it's in your family. Versus like I'm in the same boat. My dad just like works at a business. My mom is retired.
Just trying.
They didn't really like.
Yeah.
They're definitely
Totally.
kind of creative.
and
people,
it
but,
really
like, it
just
was never
comes
their,
down
like,
to
profession
enjoying
or
what we're
desire
doing.
for
I
the
think
profession to be
potentially
centered around
there
that.
may
And
come a
so
point where we're
it's,
like, man,
kind
I'm
of
tired of being
weird now to
broke
be like,
and
okay, how do
barely
I do
passing
it?
by.
How do I?
And there may be a
succeed
time
in
where
that,
we're
or
like,
how
I
do you
want to
guys
focus
succeed
on
in
other
that
things, but
and make
at the
it
end
your
of the day,
careers?
we're
And
never gonna. I don't
it's
think I'll ever stop
scary,
playing
but it's
music,
also super cool.
I
I
don't think I'll.
and so you have to give yourself
And same with all other art
kind of
forms.
pat on the
But
back
just
for
because
doing the
I
challenge,
can't make a
right?
living
For-
off of it
for
doesn't mean
taking
that
on
I'm
this
not
journey.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. Yeah. As much as I would love to make my money off of the band or whatever, paintings or just anything, but chances are so low. Good.
Hmm. Yeah. That is also a great distinction to make, I think, about it's like and I think you absolutely could. It might take some compromise, It might
And I think that's the
decent
tough
amount
thing
of, like,
because maybe some
reworking
people
your
are like,
artistry to
well,
fit
I
within
like
the
my
mold
music and I
that
think it's
you can
amazing
sort
and
of
I think it has the
like,
potential
what makes
to
money
reach millions of
typically
people,
within the industry.
while the
But
average listener will listen to it.
also
and be
doesn't
like,
necessarily
well,
have to be that much because
it
like
needs
plenty
some
of
work.
people
You know.
are just great artists and people
And
will
I'm
just,
not
like, see
speaking
that,
about anybody in particular,
as long as
and I'm
the
sure
work
people
just
think
has to
that
be
the same
great.
with us,
I
but
think, like, that is
that
what I
shouldn't
feel.
be
Like,
anybody's
it's really hard to succeed
end of the day goal.
being
Like,
like a
I'm trying
mediocre
to be
musician or a
I'm trying to be
mediocre artist.
I'm trying to be famous and I'm trying to like make my name. I don't think that'll it's a pointless and sad endeavor, really, of you're
Yeah, no, you're good.
sure. But even totally. And
Billy Corgan
famous.
kind of seems like he got into it to be famous.
honestly, yeah.
There's just a vibe with that.
I wish
That
we had a
doesn't-
shade button. We could click the shade button.
Exactly.
Shout out to
It doesn't work
RuPaul.
out usually. I don't think there's probably not.
Switching
I don't
buttons.
think you would never hear an artist
But-
say that they got into music purely for the fame, except for maybe certain like rap careers of recent.
Please don't talk to
Time,
me
but-
that way.
And even that I feel like I'm stretching it. That seems kind of, who knows.
Wow.
Shade button, call out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this sucker right.
We've hit an hour.
Now.
We're over an hour. I'm down to keep talking, but
Did you stop recording?
What did I say to my phone? I just said the word mean.
No last words.
This has been quite the.
But that was a fun record. That was fun.
That was cool.
We've talked about a bunch of different things. If you guys have stuff to do, like I'm still chilling, but ultimately, like if we're ready to wrap it up, I'm open to that because it is over an hour. And if there's